Good morning. This is Wander on day 178 of my continuing Appalachian Trail journey. I'm here with PTL. He's going to be hiking with me for a few days. Brother John there just dropped us off. And hopefully you can hear this. It's kind of breezy out this morning. But this is my first day back on trail this year in 2026. And we've got 7.5 miles to go up to Eliza Brook Shelter today. We'll be heading off that way into the woods. And looking forward to a good day. It's going to be warm the next few days, but not expecting any rain except maybe in the evening. So I'll let you go and I'll bring you back if I got something interesting to share with you. All right, here's our first signpost of the day. Don't see anything there that's applicable to us, but we're heading out. So
that's south.
Oh.
Route 112.
Good thing Ken was here. I went the wrong direction. That's south?
Yeah.
I came in that way, huh? All right, well, good thing Kim was here. I would have headed south. Let's, no, I don't want to go to Moosalok again. I've done that. All right, we're going to head this way. I probably wouldn't have got too far before I realized I'd gone the wrong way. Wow, can't believe it. 10 feet on trail, I took the wrong turn. Oh well, that's why I got my name. I wander about and get lost. Okay, so another sign, Mount Moosalok Summit. That's, almost took a wrong turn, head back that way. That's where I finished up last year, or my continuation of my thru hike, so, or my everyday hiking. Came off Moosalok Summit and came down, and it's like, okay, I need to pull up for a while. But anyhow, we're up here on whatever this road is. We're fixing to cross. Nice day out. Looks like clear skies, a little bit of fog in the air, but that'll burn off. All right, I'll bring you back. All right, so our first sign on this side, it says Eliza Brook Shelter, 6.7 miles. That's where we're headed to. And according to far out, it's 7.5 miles. I'm not going to argue the difference. I'll take 6.7. And all right, continuing up. Okay, I'm breathing kind of hard just because we came from down there and we're still climbing up there. So we got quite a bit of climbing to do this morning before we evens out a little bit. Going over Mount Wolf before we get down to Eliza Brook Shelter. I don't know if it's a pickup or not through the trees, but that's looking back. We came up down below into the valley where we came up, so that's where I came across last year. We've been climbing for half mile, but we finally come out to a flat area. Well, it turned flat and we got bogs. We got to try to cross this. So I'm gonna put the camera away so I can get both hands free and using trekking poles. This stuff, if you can see that, it just goes down. So I don't want to step in it. Okay, so we've come about 0.86 according to my watch. And up until a couple trees back, we hadn't seen any white blazes, but there's one, but they're very worn out. So the trail clubs up here don't maintain the white blazes very well. So, you know, in other parts of the trail, you could see one blaze and then take a few steps and you see another one. Like I said, we're over 3/4 of a mile on the trail and we've only seen like 3 so far, and they were in the last 100 yards. So anyhow, trail clubs need some work, but thanks for all you do anyhow. All right, now we finally got a little bit of downhill after all that steep uphill. So doing good, breathing hard from time to time. That's okay, that's part of the trail. But it's looking good this morning. Nice under the trees, nice canopy. Wind's blowing, sun's not, well, sun's out, but it's not overhead yet. Slick rocks, so be careful here. Oops. Yeah. Now, we got some rain last night, so the ground is a little bit wet in places, but the rocks, some of the rocks are slick, so you got to be careful and watch your step. Okay, so we got some downhill coming. I don't know if you can see that. We just we just came from up there, and now we get to descend way down through there somewhere. All right, let's do it. So put this flawless recording there and let you guys come along with it for a little bit while I go down this descent. Still going down. This is it's been quite a steep drop, but not bad. No 6-point contact drops. So just take it easy and make sure you don't step on any slick rocks going down. Carefully foot placement, but yeah, we climbed for 9/10 of a mile, so now we get to descend for a little bit before we start climbing again. Seems like one follows the other on this AT trail for some reason. I don't know why that is. You climb, you go down, you climb. But that's the trail. Gotta love it. Okay, the trail goes up that way somewhere, up Slick Rock. So I'm gonna see if I can't find a way, maybe on the side, or maybe this way. This looks like a good way. Looks like other people going this way.
Oh boy, Gary was smart. He went around. Crawling underneath the tree. I made it underneath the tree. There's Gary filming me.
PTL's more limber than I am.
Oh boy.
And now that we get up top here, it's like, he didn't need to go in there because the trail goes over that way. Oh well, it was fun to see. All right, just thought I'd bring you along as I do this little climb here. We've got a little over 2.5 miles in so far, a little over 2 hours, so we're averaging about 1.25 miles an hour up these descents in a sense. Coming up here, so not too bad for the topography we're climbing over. So it's some pretty steep climbs. Sounds like we got voices behind us. People coming up. Probably young kids. They move pretty quick. Getting some water off these branches here. I don't see them back there yet. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, came to a signpost on the road. It says we got Eliza Brook Shelter is 4.2. You know, 4.2, that now adds up to the distance of what Far Out Guide says it's supposed to be. So that would make it, what we've done so far, would make it 7.5, which is what I figured. So, Eliza Brook Shelter, 4.2. So, we're not quite halfway done for the day, but we're getting there. But we came from Kinsman Notch, 3.3 miles away. And that's lining up exactly with my watch. So we're making good. The watch is accurate this year. I'm happy about that. But we got more climbing to do. So let's go. Take a look at this green wall right here. I'm sure that's all rock under there. Very nice. And we're still climbing. We've been climbing for quite a ways. There's a little bit of view over there. Not much views because of the trees, but so we've been climbing. We've been on the trail for a little over 4 hours now, 4 hours and 10 minutes almost. Still climbing almost to the top of Mount Wolf. And I got this little climb to get over here. Looks like some steps up part way. Yeah, it's and we've come 4.35 miles, so we got a little over 3 miles to go for today. So We're at the top of Mount Wolf, or as high as the trail comes. Mount Wolf is actually a little short side trail that goes up there. Well, Ken wanted to take a look at it, so he's going to go up there, take a look at it, and I'm going to sit here and wait for him, or relax for a little bit, then head on down trail. Now, it's pretty decent out. A little bit of cloud cover over there, looks like, or overcast. I don't think there's any rain due until maybe late this afternoon, or this evening, if any. Right now it's pretty decent here. We 4.55 miles on trail, so less than 3 miles to go now. 4 hours and 22 minutes. So for all the climbing, we're doing pretty good. All right, coming down to some bog boards. Not the first we've seen today, but the ones in the best shape we've seen today. And a ladder, if you will. All right, I'm gonna put both hands away so I can make sure I don't slip on this wet wood. Let me go up that way. So we've come to a trail junction. We've got Real Brook Trail heading off that way, and we're on the AT Kinsman Ridge Trail, and Eliza Brook Shelter 1.4 miles away, continuing on down that way. So we got a mile to go today. Okay, so we're about a mile away from, less than a mile now from camp, according to all the signs, and got a little climbing, a little descent to do. I think the final approach to the trail is a descent, I think. I could be wrong. But look up ahead here. There's a nice big blaze on the tree. Sadly, there's been a very much lack of regular blazes today on this section of the trail. So to finally start seeing something is pretty good. And there's another blaze. See, these are big blazes too. Okay, just came out to a power line view. I thought you'd appreciate seeing this. Some lake down there, or pond, don't know what it is. But, sun's out at the moment. We've had some clouds overhead, but no rain. It's starting to warm up a bit. So we are going that way into the woods, and I think we go over that tomorrow. Hopefully we'll hit that today. I'm tired. All right, we have come to a road sign. It says you are entering forest protection area surrounding Eliza Brook campsite. Only within this campsite are the shelter number 10 sites. Fires not permitted, gas allowed, food items stored bear-proof containers, da 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 da. Thank you very much. All right, so we're getting close. All right, we are headed down. I think our final descent down to Eliza Brook Shelter. You just seen the sign there for the camping area where they restrict, you know, to stay there. But this is the trail heading down, and been fairly decent the past 100 yards or so. All right, haven't seen very many streams today. Been one or two, but here's one just before the shelter. Just thought I'd show you that. Okay, Coming up to the signpost. Seen better days. Eliza Brook campsite is off that way somewhere. I don't know how far it is off trail, but we'll see. Okay, so the trail was right back there. And so about 100 yards maybe is the shelter. So this will be our home for the night. Looks like maybe I see a tent sitting up already. Looks like I got off trail.
That's probably related to construction.
Oh, it's not a tent.
That's nice. Am I in your way?
Nope, you're fine. All right, so here is Eliza Brook campsite. There's supposed to be tent pads around here, earthen tent pads. This is what the shelter looks like inside. So I have to decide whether I want to stay inside or set up camp outside. I'll let you know, but we are done for the day.